Yo, what's up, guys? Scrappers Digest here, back again. This is going to be my breakdown and prediction of this weekend's main card. We have UFC 293, Israel Adesanya versus Sean Strickland, and I'm going to go ahead and break down the entire main card for you. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, and yeah, drop a comment after the video is done. Tell me what you think. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this first fight on the card. We have Tyson Pedro versus Anton Turkalj. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but I am familiar with him. This guy has been fighting some top prospects his last couple outs. I believe it was Thomas Almeida first, and then Vitor. What is it? Vitor Petrino? Vitor. Something like that. He's super huge, buff Brazilian dude at 205. Doesn't even look like, I don't know how he makes 205. He looks like a heavyweight, to be honest. But they went back and forth. It was a scrap. And I think this guy's had a tough out his last couple times because of the they're just giving him some complete savages in there. But this week he's got Tyson Pedro, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not gonna back Tyson Pedro ever again. And I don't even know I should have last time, but I was giving him the benefit of the doubt. I believe it was Modestas Bukauskas. And yeah, Tyson just looked like probably one of the worst fighters I had ever seen. It was just the worst performance I had ever seen. He was completely gassed. He was getting his legs kicked out, and I believe he was just taking big shots all over the place. I'd probably have to go rewatch it, but I'm just telling you, I remember this was like really one of the worst performances I had ever seen. And there was just no excuse that I know of. So I'm not going to back Tyson Pedro, and I think Anton's a bit of a dog, and I think he's going to try and get it done. I don't know that he will, but I can definitely see him winning. And I think he was finishing most of his fights before this last two, little roadblocks that he ran into. So that's going to be my pick for that first fight, Anton. Second fight on the card, we have Justin Tafa versus Austin Lane. Last fight, it went to a no contest because Austin Lane, I poked Tafa, and it was pretty bad. His eye was actually bleeding, and it went to a no contest. I don't really like this fight. It's kind of weird as far as being able to get a read on it, because they already had a fight, but there was literally like I want to say one or two exchanges and maybe 8 blows thrown through the entirety between them. But I'm going to go Lane on this one because even in just those couple exchanges, it looked like he already had a strategy to fight at the outside, keep a distance, throw kicks, and mix up his shots. I'm not sure that he's going to get a finish because he seemed like he was definitely weary of Tafa's power. But I could definitely see him staying safe, staying cautious, and cruising to a decision on this one. So I'm going to go with Lane for that pick. Next fight on the card, we have flyweight Manal Kape versus Felipe Dos Santos. Originally, I believe this was supposed to be Kai Car France, but he pulled out, and then he decided to pull up to the press conference and start talking shit, which is just kind of one of the lamest things I've ever seen. How are you going to pull out of your fight and then show up and talk like that's so, bro? That's borderline shameful. Seriously, bro. Like, get your shit together, dude. Show up to the fight. If you're not, then just stay home. What are you doing? That was just so disrespectful. Anyways, so I was about to skip that fight. We have Kape versus Dos Santos. I think this one's going to be a scrap. Dos Santos is pretty good for his level of experience. I do believe he trains with those shoot boxing guys. I believe it's like Charles' team. There are a bunch of scrappers over there. They got the blonde hair and whatnot. But this guy actually fights like Charles. Like, he actually has like the right hand, the kicks. Like, he really fights like Charles. He uses his distance well. I don't know that he has good jiu-jitsu, but I'm assuming that he would be somewhat versed on the ground. So I'm not saying that this guy's going to win. I could see some crazy decision or some crazy upset victory on this one, to be honest. But I think I would say smart money would go Kape just because he's still a world-class fighter, and you can't just count him out because this kid's scrappy. But I think that fight's going to be good. I think this is going to be a better fight than people are expecting. It's not just going to be a washout. If it is, then sorry. But I'm sorry if I yelled right there. But yeah, I'm still going with Kape on that one. But I think it's going to be a good fight. And like I said, this kid has the ability to pull off an upset. But you gotta this you got to go with the guy who, I mean, not you got to go with the guy, but you got to acknowledge the fact that Manel's been on like the world stage for a few years now, and he's not just gonna let some kid come up and take it from him, especially when he actually has beef with people in the top 5. So next fight on the card, we have Tai Tuivasa versus Alexander Volkov. From the get, or how should I say? Initially, I was going Volkov all the way via first, second round KO. But I think I was just kind of disrespecting Tai at that point. Look for Tai to make a statement, but Volkov's still my pick. But look for Tai to land some big shots, because if he drops Cyril Gane, you gotta think that he's got the ability to drop Volkov. And if he can drop Volkov, he could probably get him out of there. But I'm going to go with Volkov being the more textbook, polished striker, being able to get this one done. I could see a later TKO putting the strikes together. And this is a tough fight. This is a tougher fight than it looks like on paper. But I'm still going to go Volkov on that one. I'm going to go Alexander Volkov. No disrespect to Tai. I love Tai. He's one of my favorites. And more so from his fighting style, just because he seems like a cool-ass dude. But also his fighting style is pretty badass. All right, main event. Here we go. Israel Adesanya versus Sean Strickland. Give you guys a better breakdown than the initial one I gave. I feel this fight's going to start off with Izzy being a little bit slow in the first few minutes of the first round. Sean's going to be trying to press the action, coming forward with his boxing. Izzy's going to be maintaining the distance and circling around Sean back and forth with low kicks, going to the body, going to the thigh, and, calf kicks. Sean's going to start talking shit, not really approving of it. They're going to go back and forth. Izzy's not going to really, I feel, take the bait as far as the trash talk in there. And Sean's going to be trying to show him, like, oh, I have better boxing. And Izzy's going to keep the kicking game. Izzy's going to stay to his game plan. And I feel a little bit later in the first round, we'll start see Izzy exchanging with Sean. And it might seem even at first, but I feel through the kicks and the setups and the angles, Izzy's going to be able to land his shots, his punches. And then we're kind of going to see Izzy start separating himself toward the end of the first round. And I'm actually going to go with Izzy coming back in the second round with pretty much his finishing touches on the game plan that they've already put together, but now being in there with Sean and seeing what he's got exactly, knowing exactly how he's going to finish him. And I feel Izzy's going to get it done in the second round. He's going to use the first round to compute, and he's going to finish Sean in the second round. I'm going to go with the head kick. Yeah, I'm going to go with the head kick because he's going to want to get it done in better style than Alex Pereira. I know that's random, but they have an ongoing rivalry, and Alex just one-upped Izzy by beating Jan. So now Izzy can beat Sean. I don't know that he's going to beat him in the first round because obviously Alex already did that, knocked him out in the first round. I believe it was the first round, yeah. So I think Izzy's going to say, well, let me do it better. And he's going to try and just get Sean out of there cold, and then Izzy and Alex are going to be Sean's new adoptive parents. And that's it. And those are my picks for UFC 293, the main card. And I've been having a little bit of I'm not going to say a little bit. This week's been just, yeah. So I'm gonna post the prelims, the preliminary. Oh my gosh, the prelim picks tomorrow. And I'll have a video up of the prelims. But to be honest, I feel like I'm more confident in my picks on the main card. But I still like my picks on the prelims. But yeah, if anything, I'm way more confident in my picks on the main card. So that's it. Go ahead, drop a like, drop a comment, and subscribe. Hit notifications because I am pretty much posting videos like every other day now. As far as predictions, as long as the UFC has cards coming up, I'm going to be posting, whether it's the main event, whether it's just a card that I feel I really like, or even a specific fight. If I see a fight on there and I'm just like, dude, I know exactly how this one's going to go down, I'm going to post a video for that. So go ahead, turn notifications on, and go follow me on Twitter. Scrappers Digest, same name as the channel. I'm pretty active on there, and sometimes I'll post pics on there weeks or months before I ever make a video, because as soon as I see that the fight is posted, I'll already make my pick months out. I've done that with plenty of fights. So you guys can have a pick, or at least an idea of who I'm going to pick. And then maybe you can start, coming up with your own. I don't know. But yeah, go follow me on Twitter, Scrappers Digest. And like I said, drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. Peace. You guys have a good night.